unconstitutional and the Federal High Court already delivered a judgment declaring such.
The Rewama Act 2014 can be superior to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The Federal High Court, in the case of Barrister Prince Azubike against the Attorney General of Rivers State, Rewama, and Commissioner of Police, Rivers State, Justice Omotosho held that restriction of movement in Rivers State on the last Saturday of every month under the guise of environmental sanitation exercise is illegal, unconstitutional. So we should be guided in whatever we are doing.
But environmental activist Onyekachi Okoro has a different view. He is happy with the reintroduction of monthly sanitation, telling Nigeria Info that Rivers people need to be reminded of the importance of keeping their environment clean.
It's important that people understand how important their environment is. And if Rivers State environment needs to enforce it, yes, let them enforce it. People have forgotten how to take care of the environment because the protection of the environment starts from the individual. And if we are only leaving the protection of the environment to only the Rivers State government, then we are not being fair. The environment starts from our compounds, starts from our gutters, starts from our waste bins. So I think the reintroduction of the sanitation is a welcome development.
Also, Okoro kicked against the plan to provide plastic bags for waste disposal, advising Rewama to instead provide big paper bags to protect the environment. Crucially, the environment activists asked Rewama to enforce sanitation with a human face.
It's important that people understand how important their environment is. And if Rivers State environment needs to enforce it, yes, let them enforce it. People have forgotten how to take care of the environment because the protection of the environment starts from the individual. And if we are only leaving the protection of the environment to only the Rivers State government, then we are not being fair. The environment starts from our compounds, starts from our gutters, starts from our waste bins. So I think the reintroduction of the sanitation is a welcome development.
Meanwhile, in the health sector, the Rivers State Interprofessional Anti-Quackery Committee has sealed 6 illegal health facilities across the state and has arrested 2 suspects. A statement signed by Dr. Hope Ovunda for the committee said the operation was led by Dr. Vincent Ifechukwu and Dr. Diamond Tamunokuru. It said one of the facilities, Bristol Clinic and Maternity at Rumodomaya, was shut down after investigators discovered that the clinic, a 3-bedroom apartment converted into a 6-bed hospital, was run by Mr. Kingsley Ugu, who posed as a doctor and carried out maternity and surgical services despite not being qualified. Mr. Ugu was arrested for quackery and impersonation. It also said the team also closed Adoration Hospital and Maternity in Omagwa, a 3-room shop converted into a hospital. It said the facility was staffed by a 1-month post-internship doctor and 10 auxiliary trainees. Both the young doctor and the proprietor were summoned to the Ministry of Health and the NMA disciplinary panel. In Omagwa, Lucky Pharmacy was sealed after its proprietor, an auxiliary nurse, was caught running consultations, administering IV infusions, and dispensing drugs without proper licensing. He was referred to the Director of Pharmaceutical Services for further action. The statement said another unregistered facility, Sosan Medical Center at Oboro Road, was also shut down. It said the center operated simultaneously as a residence, an NGO, and a school of nursing without authorization. It further said the committee also responded to a petition in Alo against Ms. Rejoice Ogubie, a patent medicine dealer accused of offering IV medications and traditional birth services. Although she denied the allegations, she was warned and educated on the dangers of exceeding her scope of practice. Still to come, President Tinubu arrives in Brazil on state visit. Stay with us.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. Now, President Bola Tinubu arrived in Brasilia today for a 2-day state visit to strengthen Nigeria-Brazil relations. He was received by Brazilian and Nigerian officials, including ministers and lawmakers. Tinubu will meet President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva and other top officials, with memoranda of understanding expected to be signed. His agenda covers aviation, agribusiness, security, trade, and cultural exchange. A major highlight will be the signing of a bilateral air services agreement for direct flight between Nigeria and Brazil. He will also attend the Nigeria-Brazil Business Forum and hold talks with leaders of Brazil's Senate, Chamber of Deputies, and Supreme Court. Meanwhile, a group of prominent Nigerians under the platform Concerned Nigerian Leaders is calling for the urgent creation of a presidential task force on national security. They say the task force should have special powers, work directly with the National Security Advisor, and coordinate emergency measures to stop the killings across the country. One of the signatories, former Aviation Minister Osita Chiduka, spoke to our correspondent Onwara Animobodo. He says the level of violence in Nigeria has reached a dangerous point and urgent steps must be taken to protect citizens. He adds that the proposed task force should coordinate directly with security agencies and be empowered to act fast.
Beyond just calling for concerted action, we're also saying that we need to raise this to the point of a national crisis. We can't live in a country where somebody goes into the mosque and shoots 50 people and kills people in a village, and we all go about our lives as this is normal. It is not normal. And this is not a criticism to anybody. It is saying we have gotten to the point where the country has to deal with this as an existential crisis.
The former minister also called for unity, insisting that the violence must be treated as a common enemy.
All these issues, we should look at it beyond the war going on in the northeast and in the northwest as a were, but also to the fact that Nigeria as a country, we need to come together again and see this violence as a common enemy, not an enemy of the government, not an enemy of any individual or group of individuals, but as an enemy of the Nigerian state. Anybody that uses violence to enforce his ideology becomes automatically an enemy of the Nigerian state, and that we believe will go a long way in helping us resolve this crisis.
Other signatories include former Rivers APC governorship candidate Tonyeko Kadaria Ahmed, Ugo Ebujo, Nuruddin Mohammed, Dr. Ali Bapayo Adamu, Mohammed Abdullahi, and Frank Wike Jr., among others. In the Niger Delta, the Nigerian Army says it has arrested 69 suspected oil thieves and dismantled 9 illegal refining sites during a 2-week operation. Troops recovered over 32,000 liters of stolen petroleum product across the Rivers Delta, Bayelsa, and Akwa Ibom states between August 11 and 24. In Rivers State, 3 refining sites were shut down in Degema local government area, while boats carrying stolen product were seized in Omoko, Oba, Eme Mandoni local government area. More sites were destroyed in Izuoma, Oyibo local government area, and Akankrama, Okoloma, Okarika local government area, with arrests made and equipment recovered. The army said all suspects had been handed over to security agencies for prosecution, while confiscated products were being handled under operational guidelines. And now in business, the federal government has approved Nigeria's medium-term debt management strategy, MTDS, for 2024-2027, setting the nation's debt to GDP ratio at 60%. In a statement, the Debt Management Office, DMO, explained that the MTDS is designed to ensure debt sustainability while also meeting Nigeria's financing requirement. The DMO noted that the strategy was developed with technical support from the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, IMF, adding that the MTDS is a globally recognized framework for effective public debt management. The DMO said the framework aims to balance borrowing cost with associated risks, deepen the domestic securities market, and optimize the composition of Nigeria's debt portfolio. And now in entertainment, Victory and Gigi Jasmine have become the 5th and 6th housemates to be evicted from the Big Brother Naija 10/10 show. They left on Sunday night after recording the lowest votes of the week. Earlier, Big Brother placed all housemates except Zita, the head of house, on possible eviction after no one found the hidden immunity card. Zita later used her privilege to save Faith and Mesan from the eviction list. Export footballer Bukayo Saka is set to miss Arsenal's game at Liverpool on Sunday, as well as England's World Cup qualifiers against Andorra and Serbia next month. The 23-year-old went off with a hamstring injury in Saturday's home win against Leeds United, and it is estimated the forward will be unavailable for up to 4 weeks.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
At least 15 people, including 4 journalists working for the international media, are reported to have been killed in an Israeli strike on a hospital in the southern Gaza Strip. A Reuters cameraman and an Associated Press journalist were among those killed in the attack at Nasser Hospital. Another journalist is reported to have worked for Al Jazeera. The Hamas-run civil defense said several people were killed in an initial strike and others in a second, which happened as rescuers attended the scene. The Israeli military and the Prime Minister's office said they had no immediate comment.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
On the news this afternoon, you heard the ADC chairman has faulted the PDP-APC alliance in the forthcoming Rivers local government elections. The PDP NEC will meet today amid uncertainty over convention. Lawyers have questioned the legality of movement restriction as Ruwama introduces monthly sanitation. The River State Anti-Quackery Committee has sealed 6 facilities and has arrested 2 persons. On the foreign scene, Gaza officials say 4 journalists are among 15 people dead in Israeli strike on hospital. The news was edited by Martha Okere. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Ifechukwu Muonyili. Many thanks for listening.